This is an interesting time of year to be a shooter because you wake up in the morning and there's still frost or there's still snow on the ground. Still, it's spring. So things can be cold and then warm up. And you know what? In about a half an hour, I'm not going to need this Savage Tactical Fleece anymore. I'm going to be able to take it off because it'll have warmed up. I really like this fleece, by the way. Very, very good. So it's going to warm up. And that means that we don't wear coats as much anymore, which means my length of pull changes on the stock. And I'm so grateful that Savage had partnered with MDT for the ACC chassis on these rifles. These modern rifles they're doing that have adjustable length of pull, adjustable cheek, all these features that are on this chassis make the barrel to action so desirable. And if you were to ask me, out of all the guns that I own, all the rifles, we'll say, on any given day, what do you want to go out and shoot the most? To be honest with you, it's probably between this Savage and another one. I just love shooting 6.5 Creedmoor. It's so easy. It's affordable to shoot compared to a lot of other rounds right now. Just a lot of that ammo being made. The rifles themselves shoot lights out. They're just really impressive. And when I pair it with good ammo, I'm never disappointed, even on a windy day like today. And of course, I'm going to put a good optic on there. That's the Element Theos 6-36. There's something about this combo. When I get behind it, the glass quality is so good. I love the reticle. It is a preferred reticle of mine because of the size of the stadia, the size of the center dot, holdover capability. I can just shoot this thing really far. And of course, the extreme edges of the glass are incredibly good with turrets that leave nothing to be desired for me. They are everything that I want in a turret. Absolutely love them. And when I need to make those weather corrections, it's going to be warm out now. Generally, my zero is going to change. I don't need any tools. I can just reset it. So this rifle is really probably one of my better home run rifles. I can put it in anybody's hands and they shoot it well. If I want somebody to shoot out to 1,000 for the first time, I'll dial this, give them some ammo, and they'll make those hits easy. It makes 1,000 boring for people most of the time. So this combination is a hammer. I love it. And I'm going to do a little bit of close range shooting today, actually. I just got done doing some really long range shooting, a little past 1,700 yards. And now, actually it's almost 1,800 yards, a little past a mile. Now I'm following up with just some close range shooting, trying out some different ammo lots with this rifle optic combination, and I'm having great success so far. So just a funny piece of commentary for those of you who didn't know, but when I shoot those groups and you're seeing the reticle, I'm just free recoiling. I'm not even touching the rifle because I can't. I have this scope camera adapter sitting right in front of my face. So I actually just kind of set it on the bag and sort of just do a one-handed deal and just pull the trigger like that. And so I'm never even really squared up behind the rifle very well, just letting it free recoil. But this rifle is so shootable and this optic is so good, it's no problem at all. As far as the rifle is concerned, I've got to say, I just can't believe that it still shoots tight after so many rounds. I've had this one for a while. It's really, really, really impressive still. I just don't know. I don't know what the burnout point is going to be. Maybe I just have to shoot it on a really hot day and maybe a competition and shoot too many rounds and finally that'll do it in. But so far, I'm just loving this rifle more and more. It's so shootable. It makes me feel like a better shooter very often. I feel bad when people buy some of those other traditional actions and try to accuratize them and make them out to be what they hope them to be, when they could just buy a rifle like this. The Savage 110 Elite Precision is absolutely my #1 recommended rifle. Whether you're getting into target practice, long range, PRS, this is at the top. I just think it's so incredibly shootable. I suppose it's upgradable if that's something that you think you're gonna need to do, but I don't really have a lot of upgrades that I would wanna do. If I burn the barrel out, great, I could go ahead and put on a full contour barrel, try out something a little more unique with that. But otherwise, I'm so happy with this design. It shoots great and Savage did a good job. One thing I'm going to do is probably compare this 110 Elite Precision versus some of their newer ones and see some of the upgrades that they have come out with and some differences in the action and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to that video. Unfortunately, I just keep losing with the weather lately. I've got another storm rolling in here, so I probably only have a couple minutes to tell you a little more about the Element Theos 6-36 first focal plane. I love the optic. I've pretty much just raved about it. It is in my top 1 or 2 optics that I prefer for my channel. The features are all excellent. The glass is excellent. The footprint is excellent. It's actually fairly lightweight. In my opinion, I thought this would be heavier. It's fairly lightweight. Sometimes I like that. Sometimes I wish it was a little heavier just to weight down a rifle even more, but that's kind of ridiculous because I put on weights like I have this DST Precision weight on here. So that's a non-issue at the end of the day. I love the size, the dimensions of the turrets. I love the capped windage turret on this. The illumination feature, which I've not talked a lot about. I need to show you a little more of that in the third video. The illumination is very, very good. The push button has not been an issue. It hasn't killed itself or turned on in the bag or anything that I was kind of initially concerned about. The magnification range with this reticle, it feels comfortable at almost every magnification. If I'm on 8 power or if conditions are perfect and I'm all the way up to like 34 power, maybe 36 power, I think this optic is so incredibly good. And again, I'm telling you, it's in my top 1 or 2 optics for recommendations. If you're getting serious about long range shooting, if you're getting serious about even close range shooting, air rifle shooting, rimfire, I am so pleased with this combination. It's an absolute hammer. People love it when they get behind it. I think anything that I put this on, it automatically makes me like the rifle more, which is a good sign. It tells me that I'm liking the optics so much that I'm having a hard time deciding which rifle to put it on. And I'm sure a lot of you who don't have 10 precision optics can agree with me that it's hard when you have one really, really, really good optic that's above, like head and shoulders above the others. This is better than the Zeiss. I'm gonna say it. It's way better than the Zeiss 6-36. I like the Zeiss 6-36. I've shot it very, very far and very frequently, but I like this one better, not just for the features, for the actual image and the experience I've had with it. It's a superior optic to me. So I know there's competition, there's the Vortex, there's the Zeiss, there are some in the works right now, there's the Bushnell. From the ones that I've actually gotten behind, price points considered, features considered, especially reticle considered, I prefer this. So I don't have a lot of time. It's about to rain, but I wanted to tell you guys just a little bit more about it, give you a couple shots to, kind of see what it looks like downrange here at some closer distances. Not everything has to be 1,000 yards and beyond. I hope that you take a serious look at this and consider it. If you're looking at getting into the 6-36 game or higher magnification first focal planes, absolutely recommended.